Bonjour à tous. We continue our DELF Exam preparation series with the A2 writing part. In today's lesson, we will talk about what kinds of questions you might be asked in the writing exam and how to answer them. If you haven't watched our previous videos, after this video you can watch them all. Video links are in the description. Also, if you want me to prepare you for this exam or simply to learn French, you can visit our website www.frenchwithlove.com and become our VIP member. It's easy to do, and we explain everything on our website. We teach French with a brand new method. And in a short time you will be ready not only for the DELF exams, but also you will be ready for the French that we speak every day in France. Now, if you are ready, we will start our lesson, and if you have any questions, you can contact us on our website. À tout à l'heure. Now we will do the writing exam together. In French it is called production écrite. We can get 25 points thanks to this part, and as you can see there are just two exercises. So it's time for us to show that we can write in French. But before starting this exercise, I would like to show you this paper. It's called grille d'évaluation. It shows us the grades that we can get and how to get them. So let's read it together. Respect de la consigne peut mettre en adéquation sa production avec la situation proposée, peut respecter la consigne de longueur minimale indiquée. C'est sur un point. Okay, so it means that if you respect the instruction, you already get 1 point. Okay. Capacité à raconter et à décrire, peut décrire de manière simple des aspects quotidiens de son environnement et des événements, des activités passées, des expériences personnelles. Okay. If you can describe an experience, if you can tell something, if you can, explain what you did on the past, you get 4 points. It's very important, okay? Capacité à donner ses impressions, if you can give your feelings, peut communiquer sommairement ses impressions. You see what your impressions are, expliquer pourquoi une chose plaît ou déplaît. Plaît ou déplaît is again like and do not like, aimer, ne pas aimer, adorer, etc. So if you can explain what you like and you don't like, you get 2 points. Lexique, orthographe lexical. Peut utiliser un répertoire élémentaire de mots et d'expressions relatifs à la situation proposée. Okay, so you can use words referring to what we are actually talking. So you use the correct words in the correct place. Peut écrire avec une relative exactitude phonétique, mais pas forcément orthographique. And it's a great point actually. What it says here is that you can write and we can understand what you write, but it doesn't matter if you forget a T at the end, an S at the end, or an accent, etc. If we can understand what you are saying, what you wrote, you get 2 points. Morphosyntaxe, orthographe grammaticale, peut utiliser des structures et des formes grammaticales simples relatives à la situation de mais comment encore, c'est des erreurs élémentaires. So you struggle in grammar again and you have some difficulty to make correct sentence, but it doesn't matter. If you understand what you mean, what you wanted to write, you still get 2.5 points. Okay. Cohérence et cohésion. Peut produire un texte simple et cohérent, peut relier des énoncés avec des articulations les plus fréquentes. So if you make logical, if you can link sentence together, you get 1.5 points. Okay, so that was la grille d'évaluation for exercise 1. For exercise 2, we will read it later. But for now, let's see what exercise 1 is about. As always, we have to read the instruction and understand what they expect from us. I will underline keywords so you can write them in your notebook, in your word book, if you don't know these words. So, nuit blanche. Nuit blanche is an expression. It means that you don't sleep that night or very late. For instance, when you say j'ai fait une nuit blanche, it means that you didn't sleep that night. So, basically, it's sleepless night. Nuit blanche, okay? Pleine de surprises, full of surprise. Écran géant, giant screen. Le cinéma, décor de théâtre, ok, musique du monde, artiste, le spectacle est dans la rue, ok, spectacle, show. And here is the instruction. Le 2 octobre dernier, so it's past tense. Vous avez passé une nuit blanche extraordinaire. It was amazing. Vous décrivez cette nuit, so we have to describe it. Okay, this night, dans la rue, so it was in the street. Spectacle, ok, genre, ambiance. Vous donnez vos impressions générales, 60 à 80 mots. Okay, so I think that we understand what this exercise is about, and we know that's what the jury expects from us, so we have to write this. Okay, so what I will produce now is just an example. You can do better than me, you can use your own expression, your imagination for this exercise. What I will show you today is just an example among others. By the way, you can share with us your production too. You can write it in the comment section, or you can write an email to us. And if you are a VIP member of French with Flow, it will be a pleasure for me to correct your writing and give you advice on what you have to improve. So, okay, so let's give a glance at the grade paper again. So here are some important things to keep in mind. We have to keep relevance, so we have to do what they're asking for. We have to describe a past experience, so we will use passé composé or imparfait because it's le 2 octobre dernier. We can't talk in the future tense nor in present tense. It must be past tense. Okay, so we have to say what we liked or not about that night. We can make some spelling mistakes, so we stay confident. You can make mistakes. Okay, grammar mistakes, okay, but we have to keep relevant. Try to make this, okay, try to make good sentence, correct sentence in French. Okay, and the important thing is that we must not exceed 80 words, and the opposite is true too. We have to write at least 60 words. But again, in every exam you have, an average of 10%. You can be low or below or up the amount of words. Like if you do, I don't know, like 85 words, it's still okay. If you do 55 words, try to write like à bientôt, au revoir, etc. to gain more words. So it's important to have a minimum, but if you do maximum, you can go till, I don't know, maybe 90. They won't say anything. So you don't have to stop at 80, but it's advised, of course. So what I do, I will share with you my production, and I hope that you will like it. We will talk about it right after. So, this is my production, indeed. So the first sentence is quite easy actually, because if you don't know how to begin, because it's hard, you get this exercise and it's normal that what you will say, it's hard, you need imagination and it does not come yet, and you have the stress of the exam, you have this, what you can say, what you can invent, etc. It's hard. But the first sentence, it's usually free actually. Look, see what I've written. Le 2 octobre dernier, look what they say, sorry, this is it. Le 2 octobre dernier, vous avez passé une nuit blanche extraordinaire. So my first sentence will be, le 2 octobre dernier, j'ai passé une nuit blanche extraordinaire. And it's 11 words. You see, it's in the pocket. It's not a blank word. I don't stress out. They say, le 2 octobre dernier, vous avez passé une nuit blanche extraordinaire, and they ask us to describe at night, okay? So it's the introduction. Le 2 octobre dernier, j'ai passé, you change vous to je, j'ai passé une nuit blanche extraordinaire, and I already have 11 words in my pocket. So that's great. So after, it was in the street. Okay, so I will say, dans la rue, en bas de chez moi. I give location, I say that it was on my street. En bas de chez moi, down my street. Il y avait des écrans géants de cinéma. You see, il y avait, it's important because we describe what they were. They were tac, tac, tac. Il y avait. Don't use il y a. Il y a, it's present tense. Il y avait, it's past tense. It's a very important word. And you can even write it in your word book. Des écrans géants de cinéma. You see, I tell them what was. I describe a place actually, and they gave it to me. They say that on that night there were écrans géants de cinéma. Okay. And then, you know, I go with my feelings. I say, j'ai adoré le film, because if there were a cinema screen, it means that there were a movie. And I say, okay, so there were a movie and I loved it. So j'ai adoré le film, c'était Intouchable. Intouchable is the most known French film in the world, so I use it here. And again, c'était past tense, and j'ai adoré. You remember, you get points when you say that something you like or dislike. And here I say that I loved the movie. I get some point here. And the total number of words is 35 already. So, I make connection now. Après le film, avec mon ami, nous avons participé à un concert de rue. You know, I don't know, it can make sense actually. You know, after the movie, I went with my friend, because why I be alone on the street? I have a friend, avec mon ami. It's only 3 words in the pocket. So, après le film, I make connection, I make link. You know, it's logical. After the movie, so I gain point here too. Avec mon ami, with my friend, nous avons participé. Again, I describe what we did. Participer, inviter, proposer. It's action verb. So, participer, nous avons participé à un concert de rue. Concert de rue, again, they give us to us. They say spectacle, concert, etc. Musique du monde. And I use concert to not write every time the same thing. Because participer à la musique du monde, it's, yeah, we don't understand. But participer à un concert, it's easy. It's easier because we have already seen it in the previous part too. Remember the first listening part? It was a concert de rue. So it was the same here, un concert de rue. And I get 49 words. Okay, so let's continue. Il y avait beaucoup de monde et je n'ai pas aimé. Again, I describe this situation. Il y avait, you know, 3 little words, but so important because they help you to describe the situation. Il y avait beaucoup de monde. And here I say what I dislike, because okay, it was an amazing life, but you know, I need points. I'm not Victor Hugo. I will not write an essay to, you know, to be published. I just need to write to get point, to get my diploma. It's an exam. Il y avait beaucoup de monde et je n'ai pas aimé. I didn't like it. You see, I said what I liked, and here I am saying what I disliked about that night. Je n'ai pas aimé. It's easy as that. Pas aimé. That's it. And I got 61 already. Wow, so it's time for the conclusion. You see, it's easy as that. Je suis donc. Donc is a little word, conjonction de coordination. We see it in our books, in our classes. It's very important. We use it a lot in France actually. Donc, we will have to say that as a conclusion. Donc, je suis donc rentré chez moi vers 4 heures du matin et j'ai dormi toute la journée suivante. Je suis donc, so it's the conclusion, rentré chez moi, what I did, go back home, rentré chez moi, important word. Since it's a sleepless night, but we know that we don't stay till 8 of the morning, so I kept a little rest here, vers 4 heures du matin, around 4 in the morning. Again, it's all in our books. We gave plenty of advice. You know, it's like A1 level actually. Et j'ai dormi, et un connecteur encore, you know, donc, mais où est donc ornicar, conjonction de coordination, very important grammar topic all in our books. Et j'ai dormi toute la journée suivante, the next day. And I still talk in past tense. J'ai dormi, because I describe things. And guess what? We have 80 words already, and it's done. This exercise is finished. And that's great. You know, I try to keep it simple and to use what the instruction gave me. Usually for DELF A2 exam, the jury will be nice with you. So don't be afraid of, you know, if your writing is not perfect, if you're still making mistakes, even on the grille d'évaluation, you know, we have read that you get points even if your writing is not perfect. So be confident, write something. And yes, we also gave some example in our books. in the volume 3. This one you can get the ebook or you can get the video of this book, because you can work on paper, but you can work with visual too. On video you will get the audio, and we will be there with my wife Nazla, and we will explain you how to be productive, how to be efficient for this kind of exam. Because as always with preparation, everything's gonna be alright. So to sum up this part and to sum up this kind of exercise, the important things to respect is to answer what they ask for. Don't be irreverent. If they say describe that night, don't try to describe the future night. Don't try to talk in present tense. Don't talk in future tense. Describe that past night, so you have to talk in past tense. So be relevant. Respect the minimum or maximum amount of words, like we did today. Try to express what you like, as we did. Use the correct tense. Again, do not confuse past tense with present tense. It's very, very important. You get half a point of it, because if you talk in present tense or future tense, you are irrelevant, and out of 20, this exercise is out of 13 points. If you take in future, and even if you write very good with no spelling mistakes, you will get like 5 points or 4 points, So the respect of the tense is very important. And that's it. So once again, if for more example, for more tips, for more advice, you can become one of our VIP member, and I will personally prepare you for this kind of exam, and you will see with preparation it will be so easier actually, because all you need to do is to write, is to prepare yourself, but with a good method. Because if you prepare yourself, if you do everything, but if you always do the same mistakes, you will be a pro to making that mistakes actually. So you need to be methodically prepared for it. You need to be successful. You need to be prepared for success for this kind of exercise. And as you've seen today, I can give you all the tips to have the maximum of points easily. I didn't even think about it. I just read the instruction, get the words from instruction, made up in my mind, and then write it down. You don't need to have a great imagination to do that kind of exercise. Again, it's just an exam. So you just have to be prepared for it. And it's not finished yet, because we have done the exercise 1, and now let's go for the exercise 2. Exercise 2. As always, we read the instruction first. We figure out what we are supposed to do. We find out the keywords, and we give our best to answer the question. So, exercise 2, we see that it's a mail. I will find again my grid. I will need it. Exercise 2 is out, so we can get 12 points from it. Okay, so before reading the email, I prefer to read the question first. So my focus will improve when I will read the email, and I will know my goal actually after reading it. So here are the instructions. Vous répondez à Pierre pour lui conseiller une destination pour ses vacances. Répondre, to answer. Pierre, it's a name, it's like Peter in English. Pour lui conseiller, we already know it, it's to advise. Une destination, ok. Pour ses vacances, holidays. Vous décrivez, again, describe l'endroit, the place. Vous parlez des activités que vous avez faites. Vous avez fait past tense again. So, okay, what we did. Et vous dites ce que vous avez aimé. Okay, so we will talk about what we enjoyed there. Okay, this is the instruction. Again, 60 to 80 words. No problem for that. Now, let's read the email, because we are answered. So, let's acknowledge what this email is about. So, bonjour les amis. Comme tous les ans, je prépare mes prochaines vacances d'été, mais je ne sais pas encore où elle est. Certains d'entre vous ont peut-être des idées de destination, mer, montagne ou pays étranger. Racontez-moi un voyage qui vous a plu. Merci, Pierre. Racontez-moi un voyage qui vous a plu. That's it actually. You see again, raconter. At the end we have EZ. It's imperative mode. This is what we have to answer. Racontez-moi un voyage qui vous a plu. We have to give our own experience. So, in English, Pierre wants to go somewhere for holidays, but he doesn't know where. He asks us to tell him somewhere that we enjoyed. Okay, this exercise can be hard actually, especially if you're lacking of vocabulary or if you lack of imagination too. So my advice, as always, is to keep it simple as possible. By the way, let's have a look at the evaluation table, la grille d'évaluation. So for the exercise 2, okay, respect de la consigne is the same as the first exercise. Correction sociolinguistique, ok, this is new. Peut utiliser les registres de langue en adéquation avec le destinataire et le contexte. Peut utiliser les formes courantes de l'accueil et de la prise de congé. Okay, so since Pierre is a friend, we will use tu and not vous. This is what they call registre de langue. Okay, I know that in English, you know, it's easier, it's you only. But in France, we have the formal and the informal speech. All are explained in our books, in our class, in our videos. So, ok, capacité à interagir, peut écrire une lettre personnelle simple pour exprimer un remerciement, excuse, proposition, ok. Okay, so, and that's it, because lexic, orthographe, morphosyntax, cohesion is the same as exercise 1. Okay, so what is important here is to not be irreverent again. I mean, Pierre asked us for advice and asked us to tell him our memories. So don't describe some places that you've never been. So it can sound obvious for many of you, but we produce and share this video for everybody. And some people never take an exam in their life before that one, before DELF. So can you imagine how stressful it can be for them? So this is why actually I explain everything in detail, so we don't let anyone behind. And if you are watching this video and if it is the first time for you that you will take an exam and get a diploma, congratulations in advance. You will take this exam because it's important for you, and watching this video show you that you want to be successful because you want to be prepared for the D-Day. And we will be very happy if this video gives you confidence and help you to succeed. So feel free to share your experience with us in the comment section. Now let's go back to the exercise. Okay, so I will make a prediction. I already did actually. I will share with you. It's just an example, and you can do better. You can share it with us, but it's just, you know, a writing, and we will talk about it. I will show you the advice actually and how it has to be, but it can be different, of course. So let's start. So since it's an email, we have to say hello. So since it's a friend, Pierre, we say salut Pierre, and it's 2 words. We say salut, we don't say bonjour. You can say bonjour too, but since it's a friend, we can use the word salut. Salut les amis, like salut Pierre, and it's 2 words in the pocket. And since we are nice, we're asking for news. Comment vas-tu? You see, I used tu already, so I show to the jury that I understood that Pierre is my friend, and I have to use tu, and I get points already. Comment vas-tu? And you see it's already 5 words, okay. So we will answer the question directly. He asked for advice and we will give him advice. We say pour tes vacances, for your holidays. Je te conseille. Je te conseille is the key words here actually, because we answer the questions thanks to this 3 little word. Je te conseille. I advise you. So write it down in your word book and try to not forget it. If someone asks you for advice, you can use these 3 little words. Je te conseille de. Yeah, usually we use de after that. Je te conseille de. And here, since aller start with a vowel, we say je te conseille d'aller à Nice. Yeah, I say I'll go to Nice because it's a place that I know. It's a very beautiful place and it's in France, so the jury know it too. But you can use your own experience, you know, and but you can make it up too. You don't have to leave it actually to write it. It's just an exam, and the jury will not say, "Ah, you lied to me. You never go to Nice, so you have 0." No, there is nothing like that. So you can make it up, and since you can make it up easy. Try to get the maximum point out of 12 points. So, pour tes vacances, je te conseille d'aller à Nice. And we already have 15 words in our pockets. And now we have to describe Nice. And this is a little difficult actually because, you know, since it's a place, we don't say il y avait because there is still something there. So I wrote il y a la mer, le soleil et les gens sont sympas. Because Nice, it's a place and it's still a place and there are still sea, sun, and people are still still nice there. Yeah, people in Nice are nice. It's quite fun. So we describe this place. We say why it's beautiful to go there. Il y a, to describe. You know, in the first exercise we used il y avait, but here il y a because there is still sea, sun in Nice. Et we use this connector. Et les gens sont sympas. Sympa, it's again a familiar word, is the contraction of sympathetic, I will speak in French. And so you can cut this word to show again to the jury that you understand that you speak to a friend. Donc, il y a la mer, le soleil, et les gens sont sympas. I describe Nice to my friend. And we already got 27 words. J'y étais l'année dernière avec ma femme. Why I say j'y étais, you know the Y, the Y, took back Nice, actually, so I don't repeat the Nice word. J'y étais, I was there l'année dernière, because it's my past experience and we ask you for past experience. Just writing these words will give you some points. Avec ma femme, because I did not go there alone, with my wife. You can say with your friend, with your family, avec somebody. Because when you say avec somebody, you gain extra words too. Because j'y étais l'année dernière avec ma femme, it's already make us 36 words in the pocket. Okay, so I describe the place, I talk about my experience, and now I have to say what I did. Remember, read the instruction. Parlez des activités que vous avez faites. Okay, so we have to think about activity, but what kind of activity we can do? You can talk about your real experience or you can make up. So, on a fait du jet ski et on a visité Saint-Tropez. Why not? We can. So, on a fait, we talk about experience. We talk about what we did because again, les activités que vous avez faites. We took back, you know, it's easy as ABC. Que vous avez fait, okay, j'ai fait. That's it. Donc, on a fait, because I'm with my wife, on a fait du jet ski. It's the same as in English, so it's easy to write. Et on a visité Saint-Tropez. Saint-Tropez, because it's easy to write too, or you can write another city. But it has to be near Nice, again. It has to be real in some way. So, on a fait, we talk about activité, and on a visité. It's, again, action verb. On a visité, and we're still talking about activities. So we have 48 words already. Okay. But I give advice, so I say to him what I like, but I will say to what I dislike, because, you know, I will gain some words. Le seul point négatif, you can learn it as an expression actually, to say that something that you didn't like. Le seul point négatif. You know, it's not like you hated it. It's like, yeah, it was great, but there is this little point that I didn't enjoy. And it's le seul point négatif. You can use it everywhere. Le seul point négatif, c'est qu'il y avait. Again, il y avait, because we're talking about past experience now. And it's experience where we were there. Il y avait beaucoup de monde sur les plages. So we didn't enjoy because it was too crowded. And generally, yeah, when you visit a place, a negative point is that it's crowded. So learn it. Beaucoup de monde. If you say beaucoup de monde, if you learned this sentence, you gain some points. C'est qu'il y avait beaucoup de monde where sur les plages. Okay, and you can make it up too. So, le seul point négatif, c'est que, learn it like this actually, yeah. Don't learn only le seul point négatif. Learn le seul point négatif, c'est que, and then you say what you want to say. And it's already 64, so we need to conclude actually. Ok, le seul point négatif, c'est qu'il y avait beaucoup de monde sur les plages. Voilà mon idée. Tiens-moi au courant. À bientôt, Benjamin. And that's it actually. Yeah, I know the ending go real quick, but it's just an exam. And, you know, I already tell him where I did go for holidays. I give him advice. I tell him what I did. So I finish the exercise, and at the end, you know, I come to 64, and I just, I must respect the 80 words, so I have to finish. So I say, hey, voilà mon idée. It's my idea. It's my idea. You ask for idea, I give you idea. It's voilà mon idée. Tiens-moi au courant. So, you know, I keep the door open. I say, hey, write me back. Tiens-moi au courant. And still it's friend, you know, I can talk in imperative. Yeah. Tiens-moi au courant. It's an expression. Yeah. Tiens-moi au courant. Give me some news. À bientôt. And you sign your name, which is an extra word. And we end with 74 words. And it's enough. Et voilà. It's enough. It's done. And normally, if the jury is nice, and usually they are nice because, hey, remember, I got this grade, so, and I respect everything. So normally I have to get the 12 points. Again, they don't judge you on if you are Victor Hugo, Émile Zola, Flaubert, etc. No, they just judge you if you can make sentence, if you understood the instruction, if you can use the right tense, if you can use the right registre, like tu or vous, and that's it. And if you can respect the amount of words, because yes, usually, you know, people don't know what to write actually because it's hard, and usually they stop at 20 words, they stop at 25 words, and so you can't get maximum of points. So you have to imagine what to say actually, and as you see, I've made up everything. And it's already 74 words, and I did practically nothing. I just read the instruction and, you know, just fulfill it. But again, if it is too hard for you, if you think that you will never be able to write like 80 words for this exercise, but you need to learn a lot of words, you need to learn a lot of grammar, hell, guess what? Just do that. You know, this is the book to learn French, and one page after the other, everything will get easier. Everything will get, you know, simpler. You will learn French, but not only, it's all in one book actually. Yes, this is what I want to say. You have the dialogue, so you will have idea of what to write in such exam actually. You will have words, you will learn vocabulary, you will learn grammar, and you will learn conjugation, and you will learn some words that in French we qualified as poetry. And it's all in one book. Well, actually, it's in a set of books because there is a lot of books. And but you can get the video as well. And it's all in our website. So if you want to work with us, all you have to do is to come to our website, www.frenchwithlove.com, and get in touch with us. And if you become one of our VIP members, we can start to work right now actually. If you come today, if you become a VIP member today, we can start to work immediately actually. It's instant access. When you pay the amount that is due, you enter to a private area and boom, you can start right now to learn French with us, and we will always be here to help you for not only the DELF exam but also for the French that we speak in everyday's life in France. Okay, so this is the end of the writing production. Donc c'est la fin de la production écrite. Yes, I start to speak French because the next part will be the oral exam. So you have to be ready to speak French. See you in a bit. And the lesson is over. Yes, I know this writing exercise is hard to do because you have to write in French. With this kind of exercise, the jury will know if you could master the words, the grammar, the expression, etc. And of course, you have to get at least 5 points out of 25 points not to be eliminated from this exam. But obviously, when you work with us, the aim is to get the maximum point from this exam. With us, you will learn how to write a letter, an email, a postcard in a formal or in an informal way. All you have to do is to participate in our courses. It's open 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, so you can begin whenever you want. And whenever you have a question, as a private tutor, I will be here personally to help you. Why? Because we have built this program from A to Z with my wife, and we designed it in order to help you with any difficulties you may encounter when you learn French. By becoming our VIP member, you will get a lifetime access to our first season, which will help you to have strong foundations in French grammar, vocabulary, conjugation, and expression. To watch all of our all-in-one lessons, we are waiting for you on our website. We gave her all the tools you need in one place, and I'm there every day to help you to become better in French. To continue to study in French, we are waiting for you on our website, www.frenchwithlove.com. And of course, you can also join us and follow us on all social media platforms. So, our next lesson will be the DELF A2 speaking part. But till next time, stay with love.